Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this month's hearing of the Tuscaloosa Historic Preservation Commission. My name is Kathy Pagani. I chair the commission. Today's date is November 9th, 2022, and the time is 5 o'clock p.m. I'd like to have my fellow commission members introduce themselves to you, beginning on my right, please.
Joseph Cox,
William Edwards,
Jordan Morris.
David Nelson.
Sally Davis.
Francine Wisden.
Thank you, commission members. And joining us from city staff tonight, we have Mr. Chad Hobbs, who is the Associate City Attorney, Ms. Emily Hayes, the Neighborhood Resources Coordinator, Mr. Jonathan Bowen, who is Planner, and Ms. Angie Terrell, the Administrative Assistant with the Office of Urban Development, and we have Mr. Kevin Jones providing audiovisual support for us this evening. I'd like to begin by going over the purpose of the Tuscaloosa Historic Preservation Commission and covering some of the procedure for this evening's hearing. The general purpose of the Historic Preservation Commission is that we serve to protect and preserve the buildings, sites, and structures of historic significance in Tuscaloosa's historic neighborhoods. We are governed by Chapter 20, Article 2 of the Code of Tuscaloosa, which includes design guidelines that are posted on the city's website. Our decisions are based on these design guidelines and do not consider use or occupancy. We do consider such factors as architectural style, appropriateness of materials, and how the structure relates to other structures in the immediate neighborhood in determining the appropriateness of the application. An approval of an application requires 5 affirmative votes. If the certificate is approved, please be aware that there will be a final inspection by city staff of these approved applications to ensure compliance with what was approved this evening by the commission. So the procedure, this is a public hearing. It is televised live on local cable and is streamed online through Facebook and is being recorded to be posted on the city's website. We ask proper decorum, civility, and respect for others at all times. Prior to this meeting, notice was sent to adjacent property owners, and the public has been notified of the applications presented tonight. This hearing is a chance for the applicant to present their case, for the public to make their views known about the project, and for commission members to gather relevant facts about the application before making its decision. City staff will introduce the application. The applicant will have a chance to make any comments. The commissioners will then have the opportunity to ask the applicant questions about the case. I will then open the hearing for public comment. At the close of public comment, the commission will then discuss the matter and vote on the application. Any person wishing to speak on behalf of another person, group, or entity shall provide written authorization to the chairperson from that person, group, or entity being represented. Immediate family members, and we define that as a spouse, a parent, or a child, do not have to provide such written authorization when speaking on behalf of another immediate family member. And we ask the applicants, please leave the signs in your yard. City staff will be around in the next few days to pick them up. Well, commission members, you have had a chance to review tonight's agenda items. Do any of you have a conflict of interest as defined by Section 6 of the Commission bylaws with any of these items? All right, hearing none, we'll move on. I'd like to ask city staff if proper notification has been provided for each of the agenda items.
it has.
Great, thank you very much. And we are now ready to move on with our first application for this evening.
Good afternoon, Commission. The first case is HPC 4222. Scott Russell petitions for a certificate of appropriateness for the construction of an accessory structure. This is at 820 Queen City Avenue in the Druid City Historic District, located in Council District 4. So here we have the zoning of the property, as well as a closer-up aerial overview of the property. Here's a primary structure located on the property, the adjacent eastern property, and the adjacent southern property. The proposal is for the construction of a new accessory structure. They're replacing an existing shed in the same footprint, so we'll see that on the site plan later on. Again, here's a primary structure located on the property, and here is an image of the existing shed that will be replaced. So here we have the existing site plan, noting that existing garden shed in the far right corner. And here's the proposed site plan. So they're basically replacing in the same footprint. They did receive ZBA approval at the previous, the October ZBA meeting to encroach upon that 5-foot setback from the property line. You'll also note this section to remove the crepe myrtle and the planter paving. They received expedited approval to remove those things. They also received expedited approval to remove the shed. They are here to ask to build and construct a new shed and propose those materials. So here we have the proposed elevation for the east and north side. And here's the south and west. Materials include asphalt shingles similar in color to match the existing home, lap siding, Windsor cellular PVC windows, and fiberglass doors. We did not receive any material spec sheets, but these were the materials that they proposed. And here we have the applicable design guidelines for accessory structures, roofs, windows, and entrances and doorways. We did not receive any public comment for this application, and the representative is here to speak in person.
Are there any questions for city staff? Thank you very much, Mr. Bone. I'd like to invite the applicant or the applicant's representative to come up to the podium, please. And if you wouldn't mind stating your name and your address for the record, please, sir.
Scott Russell, 1305 Twin Oaks Road East, Northport, Alabama.
Is there anything else you'd like to tell us about the project?
No, ma'am. I don't think so.
Okay. Do we have any questions for Mr. Russell? This is looking very straightforward. I think the application is very clear. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
We'll invite you to have a seat, and if anything else comes up, we'll bring you back to the podium. So I'll open the floor to public comment. Nothing was submitted. Is there anyone here to speak in support of or opposition to the application? Hearing none, I'll close the floor to public comment, and let's open the floor to discussion, motion by the commission. If we can go back to the original, the shed as it looks now. And then let's go to the elevation of the proposed. There we go.
Move to approve as presented.
Second.
I have a motion to approve as presented, and I have a second. Any further discussion, folks? All right, then, we will vote to approve the application as presented this evening. Let's also begin on my right with Ms. Young.
Yes.
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 Mr. Russell, your application has been approved this evening. Should anything change, see city staff before you move forward, and good luck with the project. Thank you. And let's have the record show that Ms. Harmon Young has arrived at the hearing.
Next case is HPC 4322. Griffin and Jenny Pickard have been notified of repairs needed to maintain a home in a historic district. They must appear before the HPC for approval of those repairs. This is at 1021 Myrtlewood Drive in the Myrtlewood Historic District. This is located in Council District 4. So again, here we have the zoning of the property. There's a closer up image of that aerial overview of the property. This is the primary structure view from the street, the adjacent northern property, and the adjacent eastern property. So their proposal is for the repairs. The violation was for the repair, replacement of the privacy wall, retaining wall that we'll see later on. The petitioner is requesting to replace the existing wall fence in the rear yard with a privacy wood fence. So again, here we have the image of the primary structure on the property. This is the portion of that wall that is in violation and is here to be replaced or proposed to be replaced. And we have a closer up image. You can see on that left-hand side that the wall is leaning quite a bit, and then on the right-hand side as well. So the materials or the proposal is for a 6-foot wood fence. This was provided by the petitioner. It was not included in the packets because it was posted or it was sent to us after those packets were sent out. But the petitioner is proposing to replace that section of the wall with a fence similar to what you see here. And here we have those applicable design guidelines for fences and walls, as well as the appropriate materials. We did not receive any public comment for this application, and the petitioner is here to speak in person.
Okay, and I just want to make it clear that the design guidelines do specify that we present the finished side of all fences to the exterior of the property.
Correct.
So when we see the image of that fence, we're seeing the interior unfinished side.
Right,
Okay.
correct.
Are there any questions for city staff? All right, thank you. I would like to invite the applicant to come on up to the podium, and if you could state your name and your address, please, sir.
Sure, Griffin Pickard, 1021 Myrtlewood Drive.
Well, thank you for coming to the hearing.
Thank you.
Is there anything else you'd like to tell us about the project?
No, I mean, the photos show it all. It should be consistent with the neighbors next door on either side. They just told us that the existing concrete block wall was leaning, and we're happy to replace it. So.
Okay. I just want to make sure, as we look at this image now, that's the unfinished side, so that'll be to the interior of your yard, where the finished side will be outside.
Right, exactly.
Okay, just want to make sure we're clear on that.
Yeah.
Are there any questions?
Yeah, it appears that let's just say foliage, because I can't tell if it's a tree or whatever, is
Correct.
right on the line. Are there any trees that are going to have to be removed?
I hope not. I mean, in our backyard, you have 2 or 3 trees on the back with some foliage, right? It really almost blocks that entire wall. That's why it's kind of hard to see that it's even leaning.
Yeah.
On Convent Street, which the wall backs up to, there are some multifamily dwellings and stuff. You have the street. There's no foliage, back there at all. The concern I have that I'll raise with the contractor is that the ground level in our backyard, right, is about 3 feet higher, right, than the Convent Street. So we'll have to figure out how that slopes and
Yeah.
how we drain and all that kind of stuff. But I'm pretty confident that something like that
Okay.
will look good. It'll be consistent with the other neighbor. Should be good.
Perfect.
Yeah, it'll be an improvement for sure.
I hope
And
so, yeah.
like the current situation, I
We
go
will
by
both
that.
be disappointed if it's not.
Right, right. Are there any other questions or any comments here?
Motion to approve as presented.
All right, so I have a motion to approve the application as presented. The only thing we don't have written from the applicant is that the finished side of the fence will be on the Convent Street side of things. So that's the only stipulation we need to make to the motion.
I second
And
that
then we have a
motion.
second. So we have a motion to approve and a second.
Can I clarify one point?
Sure.
Can we have slats on both sides if we choose?
Slats on both sides meaning what exactly?
To have the finished look
Finish.
on both sides?
Oh, sure,
both towards
absolutely.
the house?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
Yes, yes. We just don't want to have an unfinished, like raw side like you see here
Exactly.
on the exterior side. And your lot is an interesting one because it's one of those pass-through lots or a through lot. So you have basically 2 street sides
Yep.
on your property. Yeah,
Exactly.
but thank you, yes, that's absolutely fine.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, the vertical support members will still have to go on the inside. If that makes sense. The 4x4s.
Yeah.
I
and
mean, you
that's
can check
what-
with the city, but I think there are a few different options what you can do. But if you're going to sheathe on the back side, you still have to have that 4x4 on the inside.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, actually, I think a shadow box fence has,
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
equal on both sides. So
that's-
it's,
yeah, that's
yeah,
what I
kind of
did.
alternates, yeah.
There's
So,
options.
yes, yeah. So you can absolutely have 2 finished sides.
Okay.
We just need, if you have just 1 finished side, it's got to be on the exterior. As long as we're clear, we're good with that.
Right.
And wood is appropriate, height's good. All righty, so we're still standing with our motion to approve and our second. Thank you, folks. All right, so let us vote on this, beginning on my left, please.
Yes.
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 Mr. Picard, good luck with your project.
Thank you.
If anything should come up, or you have any questions about this fence going up, talk to city staff first, just to make sure everything is good according to the design guidelines and things. And good luck.
Thank you very
All
much.
right, you're welcome.
All right, and those are all the cases that we have. Other business, we've approved 6 expedited reviews since the previous HPC meeting. Just to give you an idea, some of those were roof replacements for same material, same design, landscaping, and replacement of doors. So those are an idea of some of the things that come our way. Also, we have the 2023 HPC calendar. Here we have the deadlines and the meeting dates, and this is for the whole year of 2023.
That's great. Any questions or comments regarding the calendar for next year? All right, do I have a motion to approve the calendar for next year's hearing dates?
Motion to approve.
Thank you. Do I have a second? Good, we have a motion and we have 2 seconds to approve the calendar for next year. And so we will vote. Let's begin on my right, please.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, so that's all good to go. Thank you so much for the work you do. And the entire planning staff, thank you so much. And that concludes this month's hearing of the Tuscaloosa Historic Preservation Commission. Thank you.